What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and if you're one of those people that are upset that Ghost of Tsushima is performing so well, if you're mad that Ghost of Tsushima is way more fun to play and more people enjoy it than The Last of Us Part 2, or if you think that people in Japan should really be offended by Ghost of Tsushima, why aren't they offended? Then you're going to be really upset about the news we have for you today, because Ghost of Tsushima is absolutely demolishing sales records right now, even some of those that were set by Last of Us 2 just a few weeks ago. Let's take a look at this. We got a couple things to go through here. Ghost of Tsushima breaks PlayStation sales record in Japan. Enjoys best launch week for a first-party PS4 game ever. Not just ones that are released by a Western developer, but all of them. You can see here, Ghost of Tsushima recorded the best launch week sales of any first-party PS4 game in Japan to date. It sold 221,915 copies. I think that is a little typo. Most of the numbers I've seen are 212,000, not 221,000. But either way, it demolishes these records, specifically the one previously set by Death Stranding. But it also way surpasses any Western-developed games, including The Last of Us Part 2. And just to take a peek, let's take a peek at this Metacritic score, still holding an incredible 9.2 from people who actually play the game. Forget about the several critics in there who said, I don't like the way it appropriates Japanese culture, because they're getting BTFO'd by everyone. The very small percentage of people who are upset about this game, it pales in comparison to the number of people enjoying this game. Is there a little bit of review bombing going on? Yeah, there is. We talked about that pretty early on. Mostly zeros given by people whose only other scores were accounts that were created just to give The Last of Us 2 a 10. Very strange, isn't it? Very strange we haven't heard anything about that from the media. But I guess when you have a game that is scored so incredibly well, you don't really need to talk about it, do you, mainstream media? Now, I first saw this morning from Nibble right here. Famitsu, Ghost of Tsushima has sold 212,915 in its first week. It's suffering from stock issues as well due to its popularity, and we do need to address that. I made this video last night. The fact is, it is selling out in Japan. They severely underestimated how many that they would need. That's why I wondered what the sales would be. I wondered if they ordered enough for this to actually be the case, for it to surpass The Last of Us Part 2. And you can see this translated tweet from Sony PlayStation Japan. Ghost of Tsushima has been well received than we expected. We're out of stock at some stores. Currently, additional production is underway, but the download version is also available. Please consider together. And you can go check out my video that I did yesterday, but it's not just Japan. It's sold out in a lot of Amazon locations in the US, in Canada, in the UK. It's selling out everywhere because no one realized how much people would really want this game. Now, we remember we heard it, sang from the rooftops for The Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us 2 hits impressive sales milestone in Japan. You can see they talk about the game's incredible launch week continuing in Japan, where it recently broke the record for first-party PS4 game sales in the country. Now, you can see how those sales matched up here. Other major PS4 exclusive comparisons. Last of Us Part 2, 178,000. You had Bloodborne, Spider-Man, Uncharted 4, Days Gone, Horizon, God of War way down there at only 50,000 copies. What about this week? Ghost of Tsushima has had a phenomenal launch in Japan, outpacing other Western-developed PlayStation Studios titles. Look at that number. 212,000 to 178,000, blowing The Last of Us Part 2 out of the water. It's not even close. And not only was it, high for PlayStation, it destroyed Paper Mario Origami King. Paper Mario, a Nintendo IP, a well-loved Nintendo IP. You can see the numbers right over here. Paper Mario Origami ranked second with 109,000 copies. It almost doubled that. Almost doubled the number of Paper Origami sales. And now, one important thing to remember, these don't include digital sales. So the fact that it's sold out right now in so many places, who knows what the real number is? It has to be way more because people can't get it, so they're being forced to download it, even if they want a physical copy. That's what happened to me. I had to digitally download it because I couldn't find a physical copy anywhere close to me. And it's not just in Japan. You can see right here, Ghost of Tsushima comfortably top sales chart in its first week. Now, this was in the UK. It sold about 7% more than Days Gone. But again, in Amazon in the UK, it is now completely limited stock of this. There was only 12 available yesterday when I made a video. I'd have to imagine that those 12 are likely gone. But either way, it's very close to being sold out there as well. I imagine we're not going to see an 80% drop off like we did for The Last of Us Part 2 when it comes to the UK. But you have to remember all of these people that were so upset, including critics, including game critics, calling out this Kotaku article, getting upset that Ghost of Tsushima is being praised by Japanese critics. Well, not only is it being praised by critics, it's being praised by Japanese fans, and it is selling better than anything we've ever seen before there. I wanted to take a look just to remind you guys what some people were saying. Here's a Washington Post reporter. There's going to be more critical discourse around Ghost of Tsushima, and this link will be used in bad faith to defend the game against criticism. Asians will have different perspective than Asian Americans. It's not complicated. Kyle Bradford, literally anyone who criticizes this game is now going to have to deal with pointing out to this like Japanese nationals' opinions on this BS invalidates our own. I'm so furious. What a surprise that people will look at the culture that this is derived from and say, wow, they seem to really be enjoying that game. Looks good to me. I'm sorry that that invalidates your own opinion, Kyle Bradford. I'm sorry that you're such a pussy about this. Sissy, I'm so exhausted because Japanese nerd media has a problem with glorifying Japanese nationalism for like basically forever, and it's not like it's a secret that Japanese fascists exist. Listen to these people. I'd like to add, those in Japan have a stake in this. This is a story they want told. Non-Japanese Asian Americans who suffered at the hands of Japanese imperialism will feel very differently. This is a game set in 1274. That is the year. The year 1274 is when this game is based. You're talking about being triggered about how it makes you feel now. That is fucking laughable. You people are so weak. Holy cow. And then this one, I had some blowback on this. I really love it when Asian Americans raise serious concerns on an issue and white people go behind our backs to Asia and ask Asians in Asia what they think instead of actually asking us. A lot of people said, oh, that seems like he's just joking. Not really. He's not really joking about this. He goes on to further clarify after he get a ton of blowback about it. The last thing I'll say, because I don't care for the discourse, I take zero offense to how they portray the Japanese, as long as it's not hot racist garbage like Memoirs of a Geisha or Last Samurai. Sure, I guess it's fine. I love Last Samurai. Yeah, Tom Cruise is awesome. I have a concern of painting Japanese nationalism in rose-colored lenses and dehumanizing the invading force of Mongols, Chinese, and Koreans, particularly in this point in time when ethnic Koreans are subject to extreme xenophobia in Japan. That being said, the game looks fun and beautiful, and I did pre-order it. So he wasn't kidding. He clarified his comments for those of you in my comments that gave me that pushback. Listen, people love this game. It is smashing records, and it is sold out. I hope this game continues to sell at this pace. I hope it continues to blow by other games, because to me, this game is so fun. I have such a good time playing it. I don't want to put it down. This to me is what games should be about. A story that immerses you, doesn't try to preach to you, doesn't try to tell you that you're wrong for liking this or you're wrong for liking that. This is how you should think. No, it's simply a great story, ironically, about revenge, something The Last of Us 2 failed in so many ways to give a satisfying story for, and people are finding that satisfaction in Ghost of Tsushima. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.